Hi Sagittarius, I hope you guys are doing great today. Let's get right into your general messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm even going to add in that fifth house energy. Okay, guys, if you know your natal chart, see what sign is on your fifth house and check out that sign as well. So I'm going to be doing one complete read for those in a committed or a complicated relationship. That's going to be one read because you guys are heavily in each other's energy field. Then I'm going to sweep that and do a separate single spread, and I'm going to timestamp it below. So those of you who are single, you don't need to hang out for this part, okay? All right, so let's pull some Lenormand. Remember, these are general messages. Don't try to make it fit if it doesn't fit, guys. Just might not be your message this time around, and that should be okay. A lot of times we end up finding a little nugget of something to think about that we can apply, getting us thinking. Okay, messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, fifth house energy, crowning energy. Let's pull 3 cards for the crowning from the Lenormand deck. Okay. All right, so we have boat, we have birds, and we have fish. These are really nice. Really nice energies, guys. I feel like some sort of message is coming in. There's some sort of text message, email, phone call that's very benefic. It has a really good outcome for you guys. Now, if you're in a weird space, if you're in a complicated relationship and you're not together right now and you're waiting for somebody to reach out to you, this does indicate that. For those of you who are together and just as a couple, you're waiting on some sort of response to something, this does indicate a response coming in the form of text message. You know, the modern interpretation of this is a tweet, but obviously you wouldn't get really a piece of good news in a tweet. So it is some sort of text message, email. And this is what's going to be pushing you guys forward. Now, for many of you in the 3D, this does mean you guys taking a trip where you're actually packing a suitcase, getting on a boat, a plane, a train, whatever, and you're in the 3D taking this trip. Okay, for others of you, this is this movement forward in this connection, in this relationship, in this marriage, just in this relationship, into the next phase, into this next cycle, but in a really beautiful way, guys, because then we have the fish, and the fish is just about, this is about, first of all, it represents money, it represents abundance, and increase in finances. So if there was an issue where you guys were having some sort of situation with finances that was getting in the way of the relationship, I feel like this news coming in can positively impact your finances. That's going to resonate with many of you. Others of you, this will simply be a space of abundance within the relationship where this communication comes in. You guys are able to move forward together into this beautiful space of a new type of understanding that you guys are able to find together. So really, really good energies there. I'm going to be pulling the vice versa tarot. Now, by design, guys, these are double. They have 2 visions, okay? There's a vision on the front and then there's a vision on the back here. So I don't pull these, I don't read these in the reverse because they are reversed by design already. Okay, so if you see me turning upside down cards right side up, that's what I'm doing. Because you know me, if you've been watching me, you know I honor reversals. I think there's a lot to be said, but if I'm going to be reading the reversal of the reversal, then it gets a little carried away there. Okay, a little carried away. Okay, so let's pull all the energies first, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, we're doing a Celtic cross spread. Okay, let's see what we have. So we have in the past, there was a Tower energy. So I like this better in the reverse, but this is not in the reverse in the past. And when I say past, this could have just happened, or this could have been last year. Okay, but there was something that ended up within this connection falling apart. That could happen if you're married 40 or 50 years. This does not necessarily mean a divorce, but it certainly means that a way of doing something, a way of thinking, a way of being, the way something was needed to end because it was toxic for the connection and it just did not belong on your path moving forward. Okay? So this is really, and this is a general message, so it could really be anything from, maybe you guys were separated at one point and it did fall apart and you guys are going to reconnect, right? Because this is for committed or complicated, not for totally broken up, never getting back together. That would be for the single read, okay? But something fell apart in the past. Okay, and I always say with the Tower energy, if you have somebody who's of equal ilk to you and they really have the same passion and drive to move something forward with you, there's nothing that can't be rebuilt, if you guys are of equal ilk in that desire. Okay, so now we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse, though. Okay, so Knight of Swords in the reverse, this is a Taurus and Gemini energy, and in the reverse it's telling me that there is not enough communication going on about what you guys need in this relationship, like with each other, because Taurus is ruled by Venus and Gemini is ruled by Mercury, so it's like this conversation that Mercury and Venus need to be having, right, about this relationship, and I'm getting that they're not having it. Because you guys aren't allowing it. There's something that's getting in the way here, right? And I do feel like it's the High Priestess. Yeah, I mean the moon. And I feel like, listen, this is the moon energy, and the moon energy I think is a good energy. People, I think it gets a bad rap. People are always like, oh, it's things in secret and then, well, it could be things that have been held secret up to now because we didn't know that we had to look at them. It really could be as easy as that. Sometimes we don't know a thing is a thing until we know it's a thing, and then we have to look at it. Maybe a type of behavior or a way of being or something like that. That we, that's common in healthy relationships where we're acting in a way that we think is fine, but then it comes to our attention that we're actually maybe hurting our partner or we're not acting the best, or this could be vice versa. This could be your partner. It doesn't matter. I mean, the energy is just present here. Right? But I feel like it's this thing that needs to really be, brought up to the surface and looked at. It's because there are thoughts that are being held back here. If Mercury and Venus are not talking to each other about what's necessary for the relationship, that means that one of you or both of you are holding back this communication, okay? Because it's the intuition is crossing. There's something that's inhibiting you from being completely forthcoming about how you feel. So there is some sort of inhibition here. And now we have the Sun energy as the crowning. This is just beautiful. I mean, the Sun is arguably the most positive card in the deck. It's between this and the World, but who cares? They're both awesome, But, the Sun is about just having a deep, visceral sense of satisfaction in your heart space where you're with the right one and you are on the right path. It doesn't mean that it's without issues. It doesn't mean it's without conflict. It's just in your gut that this is the person for you, that you're with your person. And that's crowning. But then we have, as the foundation, we have this Swords reverse again. Right? We have this idea of Swords reverse. So, again, we really need to think about this. I mean, this is Capricorn and Aquarius, this energy, the King. And this is about, Capricorn's ruled by Saturn, which is a great taskmaster. We like Saturn because Saturn makes things challenging, but the gifts on the other side are amazing, right? And then Aquarius is all about, it's ruled by Uranus, it's about doing things differently. So it's about putting in the hard work and doing things differently, but this is in reverse. So it's like now Saturn and Uranus aren't having the conversation that they need to be having. How are we going to work this differently? And nobody's talking. Nobody's talking about how it's going to be done differently. You can't glaze over the fact that some sort of tower happened. And we can hold on to the fact that we have the beauty and the blessings of the Sun as the crowning. That's awesome. But we have all of this holding back. And why is there this purposeful holding back? Now, this is what's interesting to me, Libra. In all of this, even despite the fact that there's this holding back, there's definitely holding back going on in this relationship. We have the Four of Wands here, right? But this Four of Wands is in reverse because this would be in the upright, which is all about engagement, marriage, super strong foundation, everything's awesome. In the reverse, it's still going to happen, but it's not happening yet. There's some sort of delay. There's this lack of desire to move something forward in a certain way. So, and this is you're feeling this, Okay, this isn't your partner, that's you. But now what's external to you that's impacting you is this Queen of Cups, as far the Queen of Cups energy, but it's in reverse. So there's this external holding back from you as far as emotion. Your partner is holding back their emotions from you. Your partner is not sharing with you what it is that they're feeling. Okay? Again, going back to, now this is a Gemini and Cancer, right? So this is about, Mercury not having that conversation about what's necessary for this to be fixed. So you're feeling like this is not, you guys don't have a firm foundation because communication is absolutely an issue. But I feel like one of you are like, oh no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. But it's not fine. It's not, and your fear is Temperance in reverse. And this is you guys in reverse. This is Sagittarius. And this is, the Temperance energy is that alchemical energy that, figuring out what do you need, what do they need, what does the relationship need, what does the marriage need, what's needed here. And because it's in your fear position, in the reverse, you're fearing that compromise won't be had, there won't be a coming together. So I feel like for many of you, this might be a situation where you're like, why should I even bother communicating with them when I just know that they're not going to bother seeing my side? Why should I bother with this? Because I'm not going to be heard anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like just fearing that you're not going to be heard, you're not going to get what you need, and you're not going to be able to give them what they need, quite frankly. Because they might have a laundry list of things that they want and need from you, and it kind of maybe goes against your grain, Then we have the outcome energy of this. I mean, guys, this is the upright, but this is the reverse, and this is telling me people are feeling disrespected in this connection and feeling like there's a lack of victory. Feeling like there's a lack of victory. All right? And then we have this Knight of Cups in the reverse. I mean, we have a lot of energy here there's just a lot of holding back. This is Aquarius and Pisces energy, and they're not talking to each other. Uranus and Neptune are not talking to each other about what's necessary to move this forward. This is inhibiting your ability to talk about your dreams and your desires and your wants and how you love each other. This is getting in the way, and this is in your near future in this connection. So, guys, I have to tell you something, what I'm getting. This is a general message, and please don't make this fit if it's not. But this is certainly, I'm not going to turn it around, try to make it something that I'm not getting. I am getting that you guys are in a bad space in this connection, but you have the blessing of the sun over you, Sagittarius. So I feel like there is some sort of information that's coming in that's actually going to move you away from this connection, that's going to create an incredible amount of abundance in your life. I mean, this is really what I'm getting here, because right now, as it stands, where no one's talking. No one's talking. Let's pull some energy of advice here. How can this be fixed? How can this be fixed? Let's give them some advice. Let's pull 4 cards across of advice. 4 cards. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of disappointment here. There's disappointment, there's focusing on, what's been going wrong rather than anything left that's positive. In the reversal, this is actually more positive, but in the upright, it's focusing on the disappointment, the disillusionment, and the pain, and it's finding yourself stuck in this self-imprisonment, where there are ruminating thoughts, and you blaming them, you blaming yourself, going over what happened in your mind, and really seeking solace in the hermit energy. Seeking solace within yourself, climbing into that mental space to just take a minute and think about everything. But you're realizing that you're in a space of always having to defend yourself. You're always having to defend what it is that you want, believe, and and just know to be true. And you're just really sick of it. Yeah, you're in the Hangman energy. You don't feel supported. You don't feel supported, and you're having a really hard time letting go of this, though. Okay, hold on. So we have the Hangman energy, which is telling me that there's a reflection here back to an earlier time in this connection where you're missing. You're missing something. You're looking at something through rose-colored glasses because you're very much missing something, because you're having a very hard time letting go. Even though you feel this lack of support within this connection, you're having such a hard time letting go. And the little caveat here, Sagittarius, I do have to tell you, is that the Hangman reverse, you want to be careful that you're not looking back at the past through rose-colored glasses. That can end up making you more of a victim than the victor in the revisiting of the way things were once upon a time. You don't want to get into a space where it's like, oh, I really miss them. I'll do whatever I can to get back into that space, and then we'll figure things out from there. You want to be very careful with this energy, because there's going to be a lack of support in that space, and you're going to end up in a position where you're still going to need to leave, and it's going to be with a lot of challenge. But then we have the Lover's energy. So let's get some more information on this Lover's energy, please. Yeah. All right, good. Yep. All right, good. So, all right, you're making me work here. But the Lovers do. Okay. I like the Lover's energy as the outcome, but we needed some information on how that's going to actually come to be from the Eight of Cups. So the Lover's energy is really positive. It's a benefic energy in that it's a realistic energy. It's you guys realizing that you have conflict, you have issues between the two of you. That's the clouds. But that you resolve to work through these together, and you have the blessing of the luminary of the sun. And in most tarot decks, this is Archangel Raphael. Even though this is a very beautiful Asian woman, I think. Some sort of Asian angel. But nonetheless, the vibe is of Archangel Raphael is the one that ends up blessing unions like this. So it's realizing that you don't have it all figured out, but you guys are willing to work. So I like the Knight of Wands here. All right, the Knight of Wands is coming in. This is Scorpio and Sagittarius. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, which is all about transformation, and you guys are all about movement forward and really being front and center with your moral compass about what's right, what's wrong, and doing what feels comfortable, right? But there being this deep passion to want to fix this and want to move this forward. This also means addressing some karmic paybacks that might be happening here. Okay, so there might be some karma that's being karma at play here, and you guys just need to accept that everything that you guys have been through has been for a reason. And then we have the beautiful Magician energy. I mean, come on now, beautiful. This is another alchemical energy besides Temperance, which is about doing what's necessary between the two of you, right? Because we need more than one substance to change things, right? To move things forward. And this is a Mercury energy. So this is going to be done through communication and through connection between you guys, okay? And this is a great energy to do it in, guys. Honestly, when Mercury is retrograde, even though the communication itself on its face might be a little wonky, like, wait, what did you say? Did I hear you right kind of thing? The intention behind the revisiting and the need to fix things is very supported. It's really supported, especially to go over and review, to reconnect, to find each other again. Yeah. But you guys are going to be going through some stuff first. And I feel like there's going to... The communication, I mean, honestly, Sagittarius, you can cut through the chase with a lot of this if you just get to the heart of the matter. I mean, you can only work for yourself. You can't do the work for the other person, right? We can only control ourselves, but I'm definitely getting that. Yeah, there's definitely a huge communication situation going on in this connection. But I feel like once you guys get past that, then you're going to figure out a way to work through your stuff. If you last, okay? Because some of you guys might end up making the decision to not, But for those of you who are going to stick it out and get to that Lover's card and work it through into that Magician energy. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Yeah, I kind of feel like that. I mean, the fact that I had to pull so many clarifiers, you know what I mean? Give each other a little bit of space. Even in the connection, even if you're still, together, still residing together, meaning. Twin flames. Well, I could have told you that. I mean, there are lessons galore going on here, sure. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. And then, yeah, we have reflection, twin flames, and look deep within your heart. You will feel my love. All right, let's see what kind of information we can get from the island. Wellness, love oracles. Keys on a ring. Hammer. Heartbroken. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there was really a real break in the connection here, I do have to tell you. I really do. I feel like, I mean, hammer, we have sabotage, but then we have rebuilding. Repetitive, persistent working on it. Twin flames who are working on it. It's like this cycle goes on. And guys, you know, I've said this before on my channel. It's a saying that I started saying many years ago. If all you have in your toolbox is a hammer, you're going to treat everything like a nail. Right? You might have to expand the way that you handle situations that come up. Put more tools in your toolbox. You know, really learn together how to communicate more healthily. And then we have heartbroken here. This is look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Then we have deeply hurt, sad, separation, feeling lost. So I do feel like there was some sort of heartbreak in this connection that needed mending. Even if you've been married for a very long time, I do feel like there was a time period that you went through here. And then we have keys on a ring. We have decisions, options, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So then we have that under reflection, though. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Sagittarius, be very careful with that. You hear what I'm saying? Because here we are. Give each other some space at the moment. You don't want to give each other space and then go have a one-night stand because you have many options. I'm just saying, this is showing up here. If you guys are in this twin flame connection and, you know, you're not over the heartbreak, make sure you're not doing something stupid. In the interim, before you get to that magician energy with the lovers at the end. Because you don't want to self-sabotage anything. Got to say what I'm getting. Yep. Okay. No, a lot of you guys aren't going to like that, but that is what I'm feeling from the cards. That is what the cards are telling me, and that was clear as day. Okay, so now let's go to Sagittarius singles. So we're going to stick with the same Lenormand. Those of you just joining, if you jumped in the video to just this section, we have the three crowning energies of the Lenormand. So this is indicating that some sort of message is coming in that's going to create some movement forward for you, and it's going to create a lot of abundance for you. Really beautiful abundance. Now this could also mean on a very personal level, some of you guys coming into money, which ends up changing the way you actually think and look and function within the idea of relationship moving forward. But that's only going to be for some of you, but that is what the fish mean. The fish mean abundance. So in many cases it can mean money, or it can just mean like a real abundant, intimate life, right? Abundant life in general. Okay. Abundant life. So some of you can certainly be meeting somebody who has a great amount of resources, or can offer you an incredible amount of love. Okay, so we're using the vice versa tarot. I don't read these in typical reversals, guys, because they are just by design. They have a front and then they have a reversal. So I don't read reversals of the reversals of the reversals, you know. Okay, so I do turn these up right, in case you see me doing that. Okay. We got the High Priestess as your crowning, and we have the Sun. All right. I think I know what that is. Oh, there's fear everywhere over here. All right. So, you know what? Let's take a look at where you were in the past. So, You came from a space where you were in a relationship at one time where you felt very disrespected. And obviously you didn't have any victory in this relationship, because this is the reversal side. This would be the upright, and this is the reversal. So in the reversal, there's a feeling of disrespect, not being able to have this victory in the way that you had planned, the way that it was supposed to go. This could be a relationship that you just got out of, that you know there's really no going back to, so you're single, or it could have ended a long time ago, right? But it's this idea that that is your experience in relationship. Okay, and then here you are. So this is the Ace of Swords. So this would be the upright, and this is the reverse, and this is telling me that you're really holding back from this new beginning, right? It's like you're afraid of, you don't even want to think about it. You don't want to think about a new beginning. You would love to have a relationship, but the idea of starting over with somebody, like brand new from the beginning, like, hi, what's your name? What's your favorite color? Where do you like to go? Or whatever, is really just not speaking to you right now. The idea of doing that, and I feel like it's because a lot of you guys are still healing from something in the past. You know, this is beautiful star energy. This is an Aquarius energy. So this is about taking your insight from the past and mixing it with your emotions right now and figuring out a new way of doing something, because you're realizing that, you know, if you keep doing what you did, you're going to keep getting what you got, right? So this is you recognizing that you need to figure out what it is that you really want for yourself moving forward. But you're feeling very in touch with your intuition, your high priestess energy. This is about being in touch with spirit and being in touch with the deepest core of yourself and looking at your stuff, Sagittarius. This is you looking at, you know, why did you allow certain things to happen in your life? Why did you ignore certain red flags? Or why didn't you speak up sooner when you were unhappy? Why weren't you more expressive about your restless wanderlust that you have deep within you, right? That you just have, that you want to explore and you want to do, and you need this certain sense of freedom in the relationship, but you didn't know how to communicate that to partners in the past, and it always ends up being an issue for you because you want very much to be in love, but then you end up feeling constricted. And it's this idea of, oh, you know, how do I reason that out? I know I need to do it differently than I've done it before, because look at me, I'm single, and obviously it hasn't worked out for me. So this is you really trying to figure things out, but the foundation is the sun. And this is just absolutely beautiful. This is, you know, spirit shining down on you, you ending up on a path that's absolutely where you're intended to be. You know, you're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. This is like, Sagittarius, you're on the right path right now kind of message, okay? And then we have what's you right now is the Temperance reverse. And this is about being in a space of understanding that, you know, you're just not, I mean, this is you, right? In the reverse, Sagittarius energy is you're not in touch with yourself, with what you really want to move forward. And this is, you guys are ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter's all about luck and expansion, but right now you're like turning your back on it. And I don't feel like it's because of any, I get a healthy vibe from this. I get a vibe that like you were in spaces that didn't really serve you, and you're really hell-bent on not making those same mistakes again, but you understand that in order to do that, you really need to unknot some knots in how you see things, how you view things in your life. Right? Because the Temperance energy is being really ready, willing, and able to compromise, to have empathy and compassion and all of that, and expect it back. It's about figuring out, what do you need? What do they need? What does the relationship need? And in the reverse, this just not happening. And you're kind of turning your back to that need, because it is necessary to do that in a relationship. So you're really not opening yourself up. So many of you might be saying in your mind and to friends and to other people, you know, I'm ready to get back out there. I really want to be with somebody, but you're not ready. I mean, these cards are telling me you're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. And then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. You know, this is a reverse energy. Now, this is external to you. So this is somebody who's external to you. And this is an Aquarius and Pisces energy, okay? So this is Neptune and Uranus having a conversation outside of you, okay? This could be just that situation where it's like somebody who is potentially thinking about offering you their cup is really not able to show up in a way that will produce a different result than anything you've had before in any other relationship. And you're just not willing to get into that. You're not willing to compromise and do all of this stuff with an energy that you know is ultimately not going to be going through the long haul with you. Because when you have a Pisces energy in reverse, you got to watch out there. There can be addictions there. There can be obsessions. There could be, a lot of issues there in the reverse. So you want to be careful of that energy, right? And this is external to you, and you're just not really wanting it. And this could also be just how you're viewing everybody right now. There's this lack of trust. There's this inherent lack of trust. And in the fear position, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And listen, because this is your fear, and this is your fear is of you not being able to find that person, to end up in that space. Because Gemini and Cancer card. And Cancer is all about the metaphorical home and love. And Gemini is about really healthy communication and being in that space, in love, in connection. Right? And it's in your fear. So you're fearing. So while you're closing it off, at the same time you're fearing that it's never going to come in. And this is something that you're going to have to kind of really reason out with yourself. Yeah. We have another sword energy in reverse. This is just, there's no communication. There's no connection here. You're just not wanting it. And then we have, in the near future, we have the Tower, which I think this is really healthy. Because the Tower is not only the Tower is the falling apart of something that we knew to be true at one time. So really fill in the blank with that. Yeah, it can be where we say it's a relationship, it's a job, it's anything that mattered to you, right? But it's also the way we've been viewing things. It's the need for a shakeup. It's the need for an upheaval in your life. This is very, very necessary, Sagittarius, because again, on the one hand, you're blocking yourself, and on the other hand, you're fearing it's never going to happen. And a lot of times, listen, it's more comfortable to play it safe and to not open ourselves up, right? You don't have that love, but there's safety in that. There sure is, yeah. You can't get hurt if you don't play the game. The energy could be all around you. You could be watching all these tarot messages and, you're going to meet the love of your life. And then you're sitting there, yeah, right. Well, if you have these blocks, the energy can't work within you. You understand? It's just the way it is. But this is good, because this is you realizing that you need to take apart and let fall down how you've been viewing relationships and connections up to this point. And it's time to redesign a new normal for yourself. And what I do think is healthy here, though, is that you are allowing yourself, and you have the support of the sun here, but you're allowing yourself to think. And that's really important in this energy. But you don't want to push yourself into a space of analysis paralysis where you end up not ever moving forward, where Monday turns into Wednesday, turns into the next week, into the next month, into the next year. And you're still trying to figure things out. There is such a thing as we need to make a decision to make a decision. And we need to make a decision to make a choice. And we need to make a decision to be happy. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. So I'm not getting that you're meeting anybody right now. You're not meeting anybody right now. But some sort of message is coming in that's going to propel you forward, and it's going to bring you into a space of abundance. It really is. A nice space of abundance. So once that Tower falls down, let's pull the oracles on once that Tower comes down in the near future. Let's get some love oracles. What's going to be happening? Once that Tower energy comes down, new beginning. You know what? You just can't make this stuff up. Sexual union. Woohoo! Go Sagittarius. Give thanks for the blessings of love, okay? I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing like these are like little girl giggles of happiness for all my Sagittarius friends. Okay? Yeah. All right. We'll address these again individually, but let's pull the Island Time Wellness for each. Keys on the ring. Okay, so here we have new beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. That's such a Sagittarius card, right? And then we have keys on a ring, many options, decisions. Ooh, you're going to have to choose between a couple of people. One night stand. Oh my gosh. Sagittarius, committed and complicated, got this as well. Wasn't so positive though. If you have somebody in your energy field, if you're single, it's a different story, but still not good to string anybody along. But I feel like this is you just going to be playing it a little bit, right? You're going to be playing it a little bit. Not wrong with that. Just be safe, you know, what we say. And then we have sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. And that we have date, qualifying that you're meeting somebody new. Dating, getting back out there, plan, set a date. And then it says, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. And then we have healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addictions. Yes, I like how this turned out for you. Yes, very good, Sagittarius. That is what I have for you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope this comes to fruition around then. If not, do something really cool with yourself or some really good friends that night. Enjoy yourself, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.